as it can create a relationship of servitude and lead to stress, anxiety, and other issues. And so I guess that means don't be out here owing people money. Don't be out here doing people dirty. If you gonna borrow it, make sure you got a plan to pay it back within a reasonable amount of time. Cause the one thing you don't want to do is live life every day knowing you owe somebody some money. I've been on both ends. I've been the guy that lended the money, and I've been the guy that borrowed the money. And I don't like being neither one of those guys.
Damn. Set your alarm, aren't you hungry?
The world got its first real dose of Ice Spice, who was from the Bronx, New York. She is Dominican and Nigerian. She has the look, but at first, nothing was moving. She had some tracks, but it was still underground. By the time early 2022, she started popping in drill circles, but the breakthrough in 2022 was magnificent. Munch Feeling You goes crazy on social media. Drake co-signs a song, and as you know, she starts getting popping on.
It's pictures like this that she be taking. Clearly she's pretty. She's very attractive in my opinion, but it's just something about the way she always looked that used to throw me off, and I couldn't quite figure out what it was.
TikTok. Damn. By 2023, she's out of here. She's supposed to be a global superstar, and everything's supposed to end happily ever after, right?
This guy, Dr. Chambers, is claiming that Ice Spice stole the beat, hook, lyrics, and the narrative context of the song. Dr. Chambers is alleging that he thinks Riot, which is Ice Spice's producer, may have heard his song on the radio or heard him performing it live and then went and copycatted the track.
Now they saying that Ice Spice is copying people's songs. I mean, hey, listen, that's just a coincidence. That don't mean that this really happened.
A lot of people in hip-hop do that, bro. Probably in the music industry in general. You don't think it's country artists out there stealing other country people's songs?
Right, but it got worse.
Ice Spice is being accused of buying views for her Baddie Baddie music video. But honestly, the views jumped up real quick. Mind you, even the audio is still sitting at only like 600,000. Even though...
That's the one thing about these gossip channels I don't like, bro. It's one thing to spread the news, but it's another thing to spill the tea, bro. Homie is too happy to spill the tea right now, man. This nigga has pure joy in his face, dog. It's weird, man.
Likes are at 26,000 for this video. And everyone is in the comments, damn, you bought views?
Damn, she buying views? She went from 79,000 to 6.7 million views in 10 hours? Everybody was saying that she was ruining her career. You know, things was going up, going down. I mean, she was dating NFL athletes and everything like that. And then, you know, I guess she kind of stabilized, but not really. And now things have gotten worse.
Ice Spice then ran off on the wig plug. Well, apparently the Bella brand wig company is suing Ice Spice and her team for the 2024 Y2K tour. Apparently said that they successfully had an agreement with her and a contract signed to provide her over $50,000 worth of wigs. They're asking Ice Spice and her team to pay up to $100,000. And the owner from Bella brand is claiming that Ice Spice and her team would send multiple pictures of Nicki Minaj and saying, make this wig, do it with the bangs, like all that stuff. There's physical text of her asking to copy her style. So I wonder what the Bob's got to say about this. The owner said how this happened, which she did come out and say, you know, it was kind of dumb of her to do this, but it was a situation where she did make the wigs thinking that she would get some kind of promotion in return for the tour or some kind of recognition with a contract, but crickets. Also, when it came down for the money to pay for the 20 wigs I think she made for her, no money.
Alright, look, bro. Why does she know so much about other people's business? She got all the details on this wig scandal going on, but why do you know so much, man? Like, she's pressed right now. She's talking about $50,000 worth of wigs. Nicki Minaj. Like, this is a pressed look on her face, bro. She's pressed right now, bro. Why is she so pressed about what Ice Spice doing with all these wigs, bro? Like, that's the shit that's like, I don't know, man. Look.
To be found. So she's suing her for $200,000. We'll see what the team has to say about that.
So this wig maker is called the Bella brand, which reportedly was commissioned to make a large batch of custom wigs for Ice Spice's tour, okay? And this lady is saying the rapper and the team failed to pay for the wigs. So the order was for 25 custom wigs, but when the payment time came, the wig maker said that this caused them over $50,000 in damages. The complaint also says that there is a breach of contract and a damage to the wig maker's business reputation, including lost future business from clients who pulled away after the dispute. So, I mean, obviously, if you're making these wigs custom, you could have other customers that you could be doing business with. But if you are spending your time on Ice Spice, this is what happens with a lot of luxury brands. They will basically do these things for artists, hoping to get paid later. Because obviously what they feel like, hey, if Ice Spice pays me and then she wears my wigs on Instagram, it's great because number one, I'm going to get more marketing. So some people could take it as a loss. But even if she doesn't do the marketing, which it always happens like this with these, these artists, they don't pay for it and then they still don't give the marketing. So now these damages are piling up. All right. Now, this also is something that happens all the time with these particular artists and people in the industry. These people do this all the time with houses, Airbnbs, rentals, and it looks like they don't want to pay. And maybe somebody like Ice Spice should have the money. But guess what? While she's being sued for this, check out what Ice Spice is doing. Literally, this is her specifically getting a Richard Mille watch. I kid you not. That's literally her right there. That is her bragging about getting a new watch. And this is people posting it, the culture group chat. Ice Spice spends $250,000 on Richard Mille in NYC with Benny the jeweler. And that's crazy, right? So for people that you owe money, you don't want to pay them, but you will take $250,000 and go spend money with Benny the jeweler on a Richard Mille watch while you're literally being sued by a service provider that you owe money to. Okay? Like, this is actual crazy.
No. And she knows it too. That's why she put her face in the camera. You know what I'm saying? Adding insult to injury. That's what that is.
But do you guys know what?
People like Gucci and Christian Dior and Louis Vuitton.
And making rich people rich. No. People love making rich people richer.
They are the Rolex and the Bentleys of the fashion industry. So they do not need a celebrity to showcase their latest design to sell it. They don't. So when you see these rappers and singers and stuff in the music industry showing their clothes and their houses and all that stuff, I really think they're getting all that stuff on credit. In the music industry, it's like, you work for me, we give you all these gifts. Why do you think so many people are in some real fucked up contracts right now?
Now, this lady is making a good point. She's saying that a lot of these artists are not rich. They are not successful because they are signed to these contracts and stuff like that, right? And I want to deal with that because a part of that is true. Artists do take care of people. They do have bills and all of that. I'm not talking about that. But they do have opportunities for funding. Like, just look at a guy like Charleston White. When Charleston White pulls up to a podcast or to a stream, somebody like Charleston White is being paid thousands of dollars to show up. Now, he don't even have an active social media like somebody like Ice Spice on TikTok or whatever. But these artists do get pretty lucrative brand deals, and they get opportunities as long as their name is popping. So, you can get $10,000 here, $20,000 here, retainers. I mean, look at Angel Reese, somebody like her. You got Reese's deal. I mean, you got Reebok. I mean, those brand deals can keep you paid.
It's because of her name, bruh. Reese's, Reebok, Angel Reese. Like, come on.
Are those brands?
Now, look, bro, Angel Reese fine, in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure she adds value on the court. I don't know. I don't watch WNBA. But what she does is she's known for being a basketball player first, right? Ice Spice is known for being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Charleston White is known for his commentary. depending on what side, like if it's controversial, he's a comedian, he's an activist of some sort. I don't know. He's added enough value for him to be stamped in the social media space, right? All these people are known for something already. That's why these brand deals come to them, because they built some type of value. Whether you agree with it or not, they built some sort of value, right? So that's why I hear people talk about brand deals so casually, like it's just another thing to do. Oh, she's got a brand deal. She's a brand ambassador. All right, that's only going to last so long if you're not adding some type of value or some type of network, something that people can benefit from you. You know what I'm saying?
Can come and go, but it does give you enough money to buy something like Richard Mille. Like, she's not broke, okay? It's just that she picks and chooses who she does want to pay. And then the person makes another statement that I want to talk about.
And also, in our community, we always talk about if we had millions of dollars, how we would buy up the block, how we would help our people and stuff. And you don't see them doing that, and people think it's because they're selfish. No, I think it's because they are cash poor and they really cannot help you.
She says that a lot of these people want to do things in the black community, but, or in urban communities, but they're not rich. And this is true, but they are not rich, not because they don't have access to the money. Because when you're connected like Ice Spice, I'll give you an example. Look at my brother Poetic Flacco. Shout out to him. He's a hardworking YouTuber. He was associated, it has been associated with Adam 22, being an insider, okay? Being a hip hop insider. Him, academics, they can create their money as much as they want to work for the money, all right? But they are legit insiders into the industry. You're talking about somebody like Ice Spice. Not only is she an artist, she is an insider. We've seen Melissa Ford get all the names on her podcast, and she's not even really an insider to the industry anymore. So these people got plays, they know things, they know people. It's things that they can do that normal content creators can't do. They have a Rolodex full of money, all right? They have the Rolodex is full of brand managers. A lot of the brand managers are even their fans. Like, they can make a lot of things happen. But because of poor money management, bad business practices, not reinvesting in the right things, and treating vendors poorly, basically this is what kills the business. All right? Stuff like this. This is the same thing that happened with Sean Kingston. Creating such a bad will.
No, Sean Kingston was just scamming people. That's all he was
in the business that nobody wants to work with you.
He won't paying nobody. He won't paying nobody back. That nigga was just scamming people, bro.
And I'm here to tell you like this. If you get a lot of money and the ability to do business, treating people fairly and paying bills on time, I know it's an American thing to pay bills on time, but just doing that, honoring collaborations, keeping up with your word, keeps you in the industry so much. Number one, as a content creator, it keeps you in the industry. As a performer, it keeps you in any industry. And I hate to say this because y'all don't get mad when we're talking about black business. One of the reasons why,
and I could be wrong about this, but I think we're not supposed to live life constantly owing people. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's how life is supposed to be. Like it might be a sin. I'm not sure. Because in the prayer be like, forgive us for our debts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we're supposed to be living life owing people. At least not, you know what I'm saying, forever. I think at some point we're not supposed to owe anybody anything. Because, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right.
You can do well in black business is because so many people do not do that. And it just literally opens the opportunity and the door for you. You owe somebody some money, why don't you just pay them? Like, it is so simple to do that. Like, you have a bill, you ordered that from them, they make good quality products. Why don't you honor that agreement? Do you want to know why? Because if you pay them and you're with Bella Brand, you might be able to get a partnership with wigs with them. They already know the business, and because they trust you, you now can turn that client customer relationship with your platform into a bigger audience. Now just think of this. Ice Spice has a...
This don't look weird to y'all. This looks normal to y'all, bruh. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm not against women wearing wigs. I'm just saying, bro, this don't look weird to y'all at all. This looks normal.
Relationship with Bella Brand. Now, she can only be hot for so long as a rapper, right? But you have all these guys live streaming, Kai Sanat, DDG, whoever else, Plaque Max. You know, all these particular dudes. Now, what do you have the opportunity to do? You have the opportunity to leverage your business consumer base. And now you can do that because why? Well, you have made good relationships, so they can say, listen, we're gonna come up with the Ice Spice wig. Now you come up with the Ice Spice wig, they designed it, you promote it. Let's say you sell 1,000 wigs. Each one of those wigs $1,000 and you get $200.
Damn.
You've already made $200,000 by just maintaining that level of partnership. This was some of the good marketing and brand collaborations.
$1,000 for a wig? Bro, you should never have another wig ever again. That should be your only wig. It should last you forever. Bro, we don't even spend that much on Jordans, bro. Like, goddamn.
That Diddy did with Diageo. We've seen it with Ciroc. These are money-making opportunities that become lost in translation because, oh, well, I'm Ice Spice, I don't want to pay him. So I'd rather go pay Richard Millie, the money, who doesn't need the money, instead of Bella Brand, and that sounds like a black business, and then I can just scale with them. We can go all kind of the hair industry. You know, we can do hair industry tours. We can do all kind of black beauty tours. You know, we can go over to the Caribbean with it. We can go over to Africa with it. We have a market base, and then we can get influencers to help sell it. You just missed out on a business opportunity because you wanted to be an asshole, which didn't make any sense. And this is the same thing that you see so often in black business. I don't care if it's in the black community in America. I don't care if it's in Africa. It's just like, in order for us to work together, I must win and you must lose. Like, that's how it usually is. Doesn't matter, content creator, influencer, artist. I must win and you must lose. And it's crazy because you can both win. Why do you want to create distrust when you don't have to create distrust? You literally do not have to do that and you can be successful. So if your career starts falling off in any way, you now have a transition point. But what's going to happen, because some people like Ice Spice, you don't want to pay, you would rather floss and stunt. So when you need people in the industry, they don't help you anymore. Then you start to slowly, your career suffocates out. And then you have no lateral move. You're out of the industry and those bills just keep on coming. The end, you're canceled. That's how it always works. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy oshaydukejackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Joke.
Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Only ice popping in the streets is the one rounding up immigrants. Damn. Terrible, bruh. Being financially responsible is kryptonite for 75% of rappers and entertainers. People acting like copying songs is new. Drake been doing that. She ain't all that, and now we know why. Now, hold on now. If Ice Spice was to pull up on you, you know what I'm saying? You gonna tell her that to her face? You know what I'm saying? Ice Spice, I say this. I would pick Ice Spice and Lotto over Cardi B and Megan any day, bruh. And this is not me pitting black women against each other. This is just facts, bro. If I had to choose what room to be in, it's gonna be the room with Ice Spice and Lotto. And look, it ain't got nothing to do with skin tone or none of that. Just y'all are tripping if y'all say Ice Spice and Lotto is not better than Cardi and Megan. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't be mad to be in that room either, but if I had to choose, you know, it's going to be Ice Spice and Lotto. Matter of fact, something else that I wanted to do was to look up, is owing people money a sin? Oh, it's already up there. No, owing money is not inherently a sin, but mainly religious texts warn against debt because of the potential for it to cause harm and lead to a loss of freedom. The Bible, for instance, says the borrower is slave to the lender, and while it doesn't condemn debt, it strongly cautions against its dangers. Similarly, Islamic teachings view debt as a serious matter that should be avoided whenever possible. Not a direct sin. The Bible never states that borrowing money is a sin, but it does repeatedly warn about the dangers of debt. Okay, well look, a better question would be, is debt a sin? I think that would be the better question. No, debt is not inherently a sin, but is often warned against in religious texts because of the potential for negative consequences and the risk of becoming enslaved to lenders. The act of borrowing itself isn't always considered sinful, but the sinful aspect arises from the inability or unwillingness to repay, as it can create a relationship of servitude and lead to stress, anxiety, and other issues. And so I guess that means don't be out here owing people money. Don't be out here doing people dirty. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna borrow it, make sure you got a plan to pay it back within a reasonable amount of time. Cause the one thing you don't want to do is live life every day knowing you owe somebody some money. I've been on both ends. I've been the guy that lended the money, and I've been the guy that borrowed the money. And I don't like being neither one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? But look, man. Y'all like the video, Like, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Bruh, you recording?